Hi, Sam here at Meeting Cleaver. Welcome to another video. I know it's been a little while since we've been back on YouTube, but we've got ourselves sorted out now, and we're going to be coming back with videos on a monthly basis. So what we've got here, I thought we'd kick things off with a nice British brisket. Perfect now we're coming into the colder weather. You can do like nice pot roast with it, but it's also perfect for the barbecue and the smoker. So yeah, we're going to prep it in a way, so we'll show you like the whole pack of brisket and how to cut it and trim it and pack it best for a pellet grill or like a traditional sort of wood smoker. It's lovely. So what we've got here, we've got our rib bones. There's a couple of different ways to prep this. We're going to just sheet bone it, but you can also go through the joints which run here. They're like little mini ball and socket joints which obviously connect like the backbone and the ribs, and they sort of sit in here. But today we're just going to sheet bone it out, and then we'll just trim the meat out from in between the bones. Let's give the knife just a little sharpen. Let's start at the flat end here, and literally just going to run the knife along the bones and work our way up to the point. So this will give us the cut which a lot of people are familiar with now, which they call it like the pack of brisket. Still a little bit more prep involved, but it's just like the next step towards getting that pack of cut brisket. So that's literally all the bones removed, and then we'll trim out the meat afterwards. So got this sort of like cap on top here. So what we do is we trim out the meat first, and these will go into sort of like burgers or mince. And then we'll take this sort of big layer of fat out from the middle, and this will give us the cut that most people know as, like I say, the pack of brisket, which is just perfect for smoking. So the whole brisket was about 12 and a half to 13 kilos. By the time we finished, I'd say this one will probably be roughly around the 7 to 8 kilo mark. So we're just going to take out this little bit of fat that runs on the inside here. Just lean it up a little bit. It's literally a whole pack of brisket there. It's got your point, sort of sits up this end, and then you've got your flat, sort of comes across here. And ideally for smoking, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, you want about 1/4 inch fat on the top. So we don't tend to trim these too heavy, because I know our customers, a lot of them, unless they give us specific instructions, they like to trim themselves. But for today, just trim it up a little bit. Just so it's ready to go for the counter for the weekend. So if you've got a pellet smoker, you want to trim a little bit more fat off than if you've got like a charcoal smoker, just because the fat won't render down so well. Yeah, I've got sort of what we're left with now. Nice British pack of brisket. Yeah, it's definitely ideal just to go straight in the barbecue, or if you're going to do a pot roast, we can roll it and then you can joint it, and it's perfect in the winter for like a nice casserole stew or like a hot pot roast. Yeah, it's quite a diverse bit of meat, but yeah, it's always cooked nice, long low is the best, just to break the muscle down and make sure it's nice and tender. So just going back to obviously cooking, if you was to do this on a smoker, I like to have a Traeger, so I'm a little bit more used to like the pellet smokers, but ideally you want to get the meat up to about 70 degrees C, and then you want to wrap it. A little bit of beef stock or some form of juice in there before, as you wrap it, and then wrap it really tight, and then you want to re-probe it, and you want this to be hitting about 95 degrees C internal temp, and once you hit that sort of like magic number, it's going to be juicy, tender, and it's all the muscle fibres are going to break down during the cooking, but that's what happens at that sort of temperature, and the idea of wrapping it is to obviously keep all the steam in, so we keep it nice and juicy through the cooking. Then you want to let it rest. I'm led to believe that longer the better. I'd sort of let it rest for like a good half an hour, let it come down, but I know a lot of the competition cooks will keep it wrapped, and then they'll wrap it in towels and put it in cool boxes, and just really let that muscle fully relax. But the purpose of obviously cooking at home, I'd say like a good sort of 20 minutes, half an hour rest after it's cooked, just let that muscle just sort of relax. It won't go cold if it's still wrapped in the foil, but it will just really increase the eating experience. But yeah, I think that really concludes today's video. Nice full pack of brisket, how we prepare them here at me in Cleaver for our customers, generally online. But yeah, obviously hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Drop us a little subscribe and a like, and get involved in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.